Hello there. Today is Friday, May 22nd, 2020. As usual, it's me, your old pal, Uncle Jake, here to talk about the video game news that has been going on all this week. Let's get you guys caught up. Hope you're staying safe out there. I am still forever alone here in our part of New York. But jumping in, of course, the first thing is more next-gen console talk. Sony's president has gone on record specifically stating just how fast this dang PlayStation 5 is actually going to be. And it sounds pretty sexy, not gonna lie. At a big corporate meeting thing, Kenichiro Yoshida said, "In order to further enhance the sense of immersion in games, we expect to improve not just the resolution, but the speed of games. For example, through a custom-designed high-speed SSD, we plan to realize game data processing speeds that are approximately 100 times faster than PS4. Yeah, that's what he said, 100 times faster. Game load times should be much shorter, and players should be able to move through immense game worlds in an instant. Now, of course, this stuff has kind of been explained in depth previously, thanks to systems architect Mark Cerny from PlayStation. You remember that video that kind of disappointed everyone because it was more technical. Still, it broke down some pretty amazing things, so this is information that we pretty much know, but I think there is power in just saying things like that, just for layman terms. It's 100 times faster. Wow. Cool. I've said this before, I feel like I've said this like a million times now, but as someone who plays a lot on PC, I'm still looking forward to the console releases because, number one, I love all this stuff. I can't help it. But number two, I'm curious to see how the bar is raised and how games can use faster loading speeds to innovate. You know, time will actually tell like how things are going to develop, but 100 times faster sounds like a fun quote to me. On the other side, we know that when Microsoft is going to be rolling things out, Halo will 100% be a part of the process. That was kind of a given, but now 343 has come out and said it directly. Xbox's July Xbox Series X event is 100% going to have Halo Infinite as part of it. Blah, blah, blah. We're extremely excited to confirm that Halo Infinite will be one of the many first-party titles included in the Xbox 2020 event in July. There you go. There you have it. I think I would bet on gameplay at this point. Everybody's clamoring for gameplay of next-gen games. Halo is going to be the one that they're going to have to blow out of the water. So I'm betting on Halo Infinite gameplay in July. Curious to hear what you guys think, though, about just next generation console stuff and the summer of announcements that is impending. Let me know. And now just catching up on some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater news. You guys probably know it's like my favorite series ever. But we know that the remaster is officially going to have this soundtrack here. It's linked in the description below. Like, they've confirmed all the songs, and like we thought, it's not every song. There's some notable omissions, but a lot of the main good tracks are there, thanks to licensing deals. The other thing that we know now, which was kind of alluded to in the trailers and now has been officially confirmed, we are getting aged versions of all of the skaters. All of the skaters from the original 1 and 2 do appear, but they appear as they would appear today. And all of these skaters are in their early 40s to mid 50s, with Steve Caballero being the oldest. It's cool. I actually think this is a really good and creative idea for games like this, to make us all realize that the passage of time is extremely fast and our bodies are decaying at a rapid pace, hurtling towards the sun, and honestly, none of this matters. I'm sorry, is that too much? What I'm trying to say is that this is just a nice, creative way to do a remaster and show all the skaters as they are today, who are still practicing the sport and still capable, which is cool. I am so alone. And now in other news, if you like following the inside baseball of video game stuff, spending on video games is at an all-time high. Video games, numbers-wise, money-wise, has reached incredible heights and broken records. According to the April 2020 NPD, spending on games, hardwares, and accessories has hit $1.5 billion, with, Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy kind of leading the charge here. The NPD quote from Matt Piscatella is, April 2020 tracked spending across video game hardware, accessories, software, game cards totaled $1.5 billion, 73% higher when compared to a year ago. Year-to-date 2020 tracked spending across video game hardware, software, accessories, and game cards reached $4.5 billion. That's up 12% when compared to a year ago. That's insane. A lot of it, of course, you can chalk it up to the virus people hold up inside, buying video games, playing them. But still, if you're just rooting for the hobby in general to not die off, this is nice, I guess. With all the negativity in gaming and stuff, sometimes it is important to just go take a look at the numbers and see that as a whole, it is still growing. Also, in other news, earlier this week, we finally got the actual announcement of the Mafia thing. So basically, there is a trilogy collection. The deal is Mafia 2 is remastered, which we put out a before you buy on it. It's not the best remaster. There's some PC problems for sure. But that is available now. If you own it on PC, it'll be updated. Same with Mafia 3 Definitive. It's just kind of like a collection of it. And also, the original Mafia is confirmed to be a complete remake from the ground up in the Mafia 3 engine and developed by Hangar 13, so there is some reservations there, but the game is going to have new gameplay sequences, new story, seemingly a new voice actor for Tommy, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm excited because this is like a true Prohibition-era Mafia game getting remade. Mafia 1 was absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to this. And people say, well, why can't they just come up with new ideas? But I think so many people haven't experienced the first game that I think this is still very exciting. If you're curious to hear me say more, I bring it up on my personal channel, which is not dead. I brought it back. So yeah, that's linked in the description below, as well as everything else I talk about this week. Next up, we have a Call of Duty rumor. Take this all, of course, with a grain of salt. But we have info that the next Call of Duty is a Treyarch Black Ops game, and it is called Call of Duty Cold War, which, if it is true, if the reports and this leaker is correct, that's exciting for me personally as just a single player Call of Duty boy who really liked the Black Ops campaigns and what they were doing with the Cold War and the numbers, Mason. I really hope they bring that shit back because I was all about it. Call of Duty's so wild and all over the place now. You know, there's Modern Warfare, there's what it did with its campaign, the multiplayer. Then there is, of course, Warzone, which is its own entire new thing. Then there's Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Like, Call of Duty's all over the place, so I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about what they should do with this, if you even play or care. Also, speaking of games that I'm out of my depth with, Valorant has officially announced that it is getting its full traditional release June 2nd. Valorant, of course, is the competitive shooter that has been taking the world by storm, and I just feel consistently out of touch, not understanding it, but I am still excited that this game is now finally fully rolling out and everyone's going to get their hands on the full thing, and we'll see if this takes over as the next big thing, as it kind of seems as it's going to be. Does that sentence make sense? Seems at that, you know what I mean. No sponsor this week, just kisses for you guys. Linked in the description. Now we're going to catch up with some things you may have missed throughout the week. The first is a launch trailer for Maneater. This is that shark RPG game. I've been playing it for the last week. I've had a review copy. It's out today. I'm putting out a before you buy video this weekend. I can confirm that it's a pretty fun game. It's not full priced, it's got some flaws, but it's incredibly creative and satisfying and fun. That's just me though, I don't know. We also got this video going around on social media that is Gears of War 3, kind of running on a PlayStation. There have been things all over the place. Cliffy B said he didn't really think it was a thing, of course, the Gears of War creator. Epic has come out and said that all it was kind of like a byproduct of Unreal Engine 3's testing process. It was never actually part of an actual product work for PlayStation 3. Still, it's kind of funny to see it. Like, if you just care about that stuff, it's actually like really busted and broken at some points. Just checking it out kind of made me want to go back and replay Gears of War 3. But anyway, if you're like a graphics whore, we got a really sexy trailer for Natural Vision Evolved. This is a new Grand Theft Auto 5 graphics mod trailer. I've kind of fallen out of the loop of these, but this video is pretty insane looking. Also, one last thing. I haven't done this in a while, but we used to have a book club here. I say we talk about games so much, all of us. We might as well be read up on them pretty well. So I linked in the description below a great long read published by Eurogamer's Wesley Yin Poole. It is a oral history of the making of Perfect Dark for Nintendo 64. I highly recommend it. I love a good long read on a weekend about video games and stuff like that. So all of this is linked in the description below. Also, just another free game alert. We talked about Grand Theft Auto 5 being free on the Epic Game Store. We don't usually just kind of always update you guys on every single thing, but this is another pretty ground-shaking and big free game. It's Civ. I love Civ so much, even though I'm not very smart. It's one of my favorite game series ever. You can play the new one, free on Epic. If you're into that type of thing, go for it. Next up, a little Splinter Cell rumor for you. No, not what you want. It sounds like we're not getting a Splinter Cell game revealed this E3 or anything like that, but some data mining and some rumors suggest that we could get Sam Fisher as an operator in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this isn't anything like totally weird or out of left field for Ubisoft to do. They've been embracing their properties and putting them in other games here and there. Data miners revealed something that kind of alludes to a third Echelon character. Third Echelon is, or Echelon, it's whatever it is. It's that's what Sam Fisher works for. So this could be a thing or some other similar type of operative that could serve as an operator in the game. Andrew and I were talking about this on Discord earlier. That this kind of makes sense. Rainbow Six Siege, honestly, should have characters from other games more than any. A DedSec hacker guy would be perfect. The beard bro guy from Breakpoint could be a thing. And Sam Fisher, sure, I'll take it at this point. They keep chucking him in games. It bums me out, but I'll take what I can get as a diehard Splinter Cell fan. But I gotta cut this short. I gotta go back to working on the Man-Eater before you buy and finishing up all the videos and stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled. Now, before we go, I gotta do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how this goes down by now, right? There's a link in the description below. You click it to sign up. You enter once, then you're entered for good. And then every single week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is going to be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, stuff like that, because we're going to be reaching out to you to find out how to send you your free stuff. Thank you guys for watching this week. A lot of you guys have been sending me some cool shit on social media. I really appreciate the Discord messages and the Instagram DMs and stuff. I do. The whole team really does. The whole team. Yep. But let's talk about all the stuff going on this week. I want to know what you guys are thinking about next-gen consoles. Of course, it's feeling like we've been talking about this to death, but thankfully, we're almost at the point where we're just going to know everything. Also, what kind of Ubisoft character would you like to see in Rainbow Six Siege if you are a Siege player? Are you excited as I am for the Mafia 1 remake? Are you cautiously optimistic? Maybe you didn't like Mafia 3, you don't like those developers. Let's talk anything video games down in the comments. Also, definitely, we usually do it in a pinned comment. Let us know what you're playing this weekend. It's definitely good for research purposes, gauging our videos. Let us know. Thank you. Also, if you want to yell at me directly, of course, Twitter and Instagram and YouTube at Jake Baldino. But thank you for coming around. Like I said, clicking the like button does help us. We really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing, maybe hitting that notification bell, do the YouTube thing, because we put out videos every single day. But I'm here every Friday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.